Math Scientist.
Hello guys, we're going to have our welcome to the first tutorial on Matlab. We're going to do some basic arithmetic operations in Matlab. So I firstly got acquainted with Matlab when I was doing a project on facial recognition. It really helped me understand how Matlab works, the potential it has, what it does, what you can do with it, and all that stuff. So today we're going to talk about how Matlab works and how to use it. So we're going to talk about basic arithmetic operations in Matlab, including everything that you might need to do with Matlab to do any basic mathematical stuff like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and powers. Okay, so beyond those we'll continue in the future. So let's begin. Okay, so we're going to declare a variable, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So to declare a variable, basically you have to give it a name. That's the first thing you have to do. Then after giving it a name, you just have to assign it a value. So you can give it any name you like. The variable we're going to give it the name x. Okay, so we're giving it a value. Then x, we're going to use x in the future. So firstly, the first thing we're going to do is displaying the variable on screen. Okay, that's what we did there. We're displaying the variable on screen. The value would just be, once we run it, we just see that it is x is equal to, yes, that will give us the value of x. So x gave us 8 as the value. That's a basic operation that you can do in Matlab, but this doesn't seem like a very useful thing, but over time you'll notice that this is very useful and very helpful. So we just use the disp function to display the value. Disp isn't the only way to display the value though. We can do so by just removing the terminator. If you remove the terminator from your statement, then it will show the variable and show what the name of the variable is. So as you can see now, it says x is equal to 8 and then it writes 8 at the bottom. So it's now displaying x is equal to 8, then displaying 8. Okay, so you're not just limited to declaring one variable, so you can declare as many as you want, but we're just going to, for the scope of this video, we're going to declare 2. The second one, we're going to call it y. And just like x, we're going to give it a value. Okay, so we're doing this so that we can do mathematical operations on the 2. It's very hard to do operations on 1. So we're going to do operations on the pair of variables. So the first operation we did was adding the 2 together. So as you can see, I wrote x plus y instead of disp, and that gave us the sum of x and y. So we're just going to write the sum of x and y on screen so that you can see that the sum would be 20. If we run it, it then writes the sum of x and y is 3. So I want you to notice that the sum didn't come out as 20. So why is that? So writing this way would just make it think that this is writing it's writing a string, like the sum of it's putting 8 and 12 as one word, basically as some kind of word. So it's writing 812. So to relieve this, we can say the sum is equal to x plus y firstly. Then instead of printing out x plus y, we print out sum. So we display sum. So this will have a big difference. Now it shows 20 instead of 812. So let's run that. Okay, so I believe that worked. It's writing 20. Now we're not just limited to adding 2 values together. We can also find the difference of 2 values. We don't just have to find the sum. So the difference of 2 values, we just get that by using the minus sign, just like we would write it in mathematics. So we're saying the one value minus the other. Then instead of printing the sum, we're now printing the difference. Now, so it still says the sum of, we want to write the difference of x and y is, run that, then it gives us the difference. So from then on, we're going to find the the product. So we're going to multiply the two values together. So we're just going to write product is equal to x. Then we use the star as a way to show multiplication. In most languages, that's what we do. So we're going to copy this statement, and we're going to, so that we don't keep deleting everything we do, we're going to write the product of x and y is, then print out the product. Okay, so we're going to do that for all of our statements. We're going to do that for the sum as well, so that we can just display everything on screen. Okay, let's run that. So now it shows all the statements there. It shows the sum, it shows the difference, and it shows the product. All three of them are showing now. So next we're going to do division. So we're going to find the division between the x and the y. So we're going to divide x by y, and we do that by using the forward slash, and we're going to use the forward slash to divide the two. So if we say the quotient is equal to x divided by y, then we're going to display that on screen just like we've displayed everything else. We're going to write the quotient of x and y is, and we're going to write our value, which is quotient. Okay, so we'll run that. Now all four statements are written down there. It are now printed out in the command. So it shows us the value of the division, which is 0.66 approximately. So that is division. Now next we're going to deal with the power. So these are just the basic mathematical things you might want to do. So the power is equal to x, then we use the little arrow that points upwards there to show that the power of x to y, and just like the others, we're going to display that on screen. We're going to say the power of x and y is, then we're going to write the value at the end. Okay, so we run that and to show us that the power of x and y is, shows that number, that is 8 to the power of 12. Okay, so that concludes our lesson on Matlab. That concludes our tutorial. That is, thank you for sticking around this long. I hope this gets you started, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.